Good afternoon, black man, black woman, black child. I'm coming out here with another video for you. Well, my team lost today, my beloved Bears, but they got a lot of work to do. But let's jump right into this conversation right here. It's going to be short and sweet. You dig? Look here. There's a video that went viral, I think yesterday or a couple of days ago, whatever, of this brother. I mean, he looked homeless. And this was in Edina, Minnesota. It's a south suburb of Minneapolis. And the demographics of that particular city is upper middle class to, it's a lot of money there, put it like that. But this brother was minding his own business. I don't know what journey he was taking. It don't matter. Race soldier stopped him. The old white dude, you know, gray hair, you know, older white cat, you know, probably damn near about to retire. He looked like he was a detective or something like that. But anyway, this motherfucker jacked the brother up, jacked him up for walking in the street. Now, family, look, most of your suburbs does not have sidewalks. A lot of your suburbs in the major cities does not have sidewalks, so you forced to walk in the street. But this motherfucking waste soldier took it upon himself that I'm finna harass this nigga today. I need me a nigga to harass today. And first of all, I can tell this how the situation went down. He probably approached the brother. Excuse me, you know you're not supposed to be walking in the street. But instead of telling that brother, you know, you need to walk past the white line, you know, we don't want you to, you know, get hit by a car. The first thing he did was put his hands on him, grabbed him, you know, and pushing him toward his car. Now, any black man or black woman, or white for that much, if the police, if you minding your own business and here come one of these race soldiers, then the first thing they do is try to grab your wrist. Because see, it's a protocol of the wrist lock. You know, that's a form of a control. When you got control over someone's arm, you know, the rest of your body go with it. But let's get off of that. Now, this brother got heated. What you putting your hands on me for? You know, I didn't do nothing. I'm walking in the streets. But this motherfucking hunky, he wasn't trying to hit. Like I say, he wasn't trying to hit. He saw him a nigga. He saw him a nigga walking in the streets, and it's my sworn duty. I don't want no niggas out here. That's that race soldier shit. Fortunately, there was a good Samaritan. She was recording. And she was basically, I mean, hey, you know, the man didn't do anything. You know, he just walking, he minding his business. You could have told him kindly to just walk on the other side of the line. He wasn't paying heed and he wasn't hearing it. He still had his hands on the dude. And my man was trying, I think that was pretty dangerous what he did, trying to get a loose from that cop. You know, that's one thing you don't do. We need to, I always say this, man, we got to have a code of conduct, man, amongst each other and amongst when we having contact with the police department. This ain't your average police department no more in America. They the Ku Klux Klan, baby. How many times we got to tell you, you know, your brothers this. The motherfucking police is the Klan. But look, I'm going to say this. If it wasn't for that good Samaritan that was recording that hunky would have shot him in his tracks. He would have shot him where he stood. And to add insult to injury, the whole encounter with that cop reminded me of the slave patrol. What you doing out this time of night, boy? You know, and then once his backup came, the first thing they do is try to strip you. Now, it's cold as fuck up there in Minnesota, in the 40s this time of year. You know, and it never fails. If you look back, you know, with the slave patrollers and you read the history of the slave patrol, the first thing they do is strip the slave. They strip him. That's a sign of humiliation to let you know you less than a man. And the guy got, you know, the motherfucking cop stripped him. And then his backup comes. And this one right here, family, this is sad. Them crackers, man, them crackers ain't playing out here. Especially them race soldiers. She walked up to the officer, stuck her hand out. My name is whatever her name was, and the cop shook her hand. You know, hey, you know, you're a good citizen. You think they would have did that with us? Hell no, the motherfucker would have pulled his gun. Step back, get the fuck back. You know, that type of bullshit. You know how they roll. But this is my question to the police department. What are your protocols? And for those of you that don't know what protocol is, that's what's the rules of engagement. Okay, now, when you're a U.S. Marine and you go overseas to fight for the country, and after they get through dropping the bombs and all of that shit, then that's when the ground troops come in. But the Marines, the armies, the special forces, all of them has what you call the protocol, rule of engagement. First of all, you can't engage the citizens unless they engage you. But it's reversed here in America. The rule of engagement is to engage first. Engage first. So when the U.S. military is overseas and they use the same type of rule of engagements overseas, they would be violating the UN treaties of war. You dig what I'm saying, family? But here in America, the police department, they engage, then they shoot, and nothing happens. It's a lot of soldiers overseas where they end up shooting an innocent civilian and they end up court-martialed. Here in America, they can shoot the citizens and nothing happens to them. So basically, the police department is at war with the citizens of America. The police department's culture in today's America is us against you. Now see, sooner or later, something's going to jump off. Because if you keep murdering the citizens innocently and nothing happens, it's going to be a matter of time before motherfuckers get fed up. And that's why I said in my Second Amendment video, you got a right to light them motherfuckers up. Now, I'm going to touch on this, black people. It's time for you black people to get out of denial just like them white folks is and stop thinking that them white folks want your black ass out there in them suburbs with them. They don't want you in them $400,000 and $500,000 homes. They don't want your black ass out there, period. You know, a word of advice before I depart. Look, black folks, it's time to bring your black ass back into the hood. Buy one of these cheap houses, fix them up. You're making enough money, you're educated. Fix them up. You can still put the public school system is, you know, it's got its, it needs a lot of work, but you don't necessarily have to enroll your children in the public school. But wouldn't you feel safer around your own people? We need to stop with this being scared of our own people. We need to stop being scared of our own people. I live in the hood. I'll see all them niggas selling dope and whatnot. If you don't buy nothing from them, and you're not indulging in that type of lifestyle, them brothers, I'm not going to fuck with you. And see, that's the problem with you suburb niggas that want to be around them honkies, you know, marrying them, drinking beers with them, popping bottles with them. Sooner or later, your nigga wake-up call is coming. And if we had more strong black family men in the neighborhood, a lot of that bullshit around that's going around the neighborhood will stop. But I'm going over my time, family. You know, there was some now, you know, I really don't like commenting on different videos I see on the internet, but this one is some of the shit that I talk about all the time. You know, about them race soldiers, you know, and your right to protect yourself from these motherfuckers. And if you like this video, subscribe. And once again, I'm the real deal out of Gary, Indiana. GI, baby. Peace.